Good evening. I think it's evening, right? Almost good evening. Thank you so much for staying with us for 2 days and enjoying the films. How were they? Awesome. Invited guests, filmmakers, and I was told we have Gash Mulatu Astatke is here. He graced us with his presence. Woo, Gash Mulatu. Well, I think this is a great gesture because when we do films, when create stories or when we tell our stories, it's always great when it's generational. So Gash Mulatu has been telling not only Ethiopian stories, but African stories, and he even created his own genre, Ethio Jazz, and he's been telling stories through music. So please, one more time, let's say thank you to this creative genius. እዚህ ያላችሁ ወጣቶች ፊልም ሰሪዎችም እንደሱ እድሜ ሰጥቷችሁ ጸጋውን ሰጥቷችሁ ትልቅ ነገር ለመስራት ያብቃችሁ። All right. Once again, welcome to SmartPhilm Fest, and for the first time here in Ethiopia, we are having this festival. This festival has been started a while ago, about 6 years, but due to COVID, it was on a break for 2 years. So this is the fourth festival, and we're so happy to have it here in Ethiopia now. Just to say a few things about SmartPhilm Fest, it's all about demarketizing storytelling, democratizing filmmaking, promoting creativity, impact, and accessibility. And the result is very obvious. The films that you've been watching the last 2 days are the result of very, very amazing filmmaking that happened only using what we have in our hands. Back in the days, and still, films are made with big crews and with sophisticated filmmaking equipment, but it was not accessible for many of us. But now, because of the mobile phones and the tablets that we have in our hands, any one of you who has stories can actually make your films and can tell your stories. And believe it or not, everything is about narrative. Everything is about filmmaking, storytelling. Because unless you tell your story, unless you set your own narratives, somebody else is going to do it on your behalf. Whether you like the story or not, whether you agree with the narrative or not, if others do it, then you have no right about how the story is told. Now that you have your mobile phones, you can tell your own stories, you can set your own agendas, and you can reset your own narratives. And I think it's about time that Ethiopians have to do that. And thank you, the filmmakers who've been involved in this film festival, for telling the stories the way you want to tell it using your mobile phones. So give it up for yourselves. The 2 days is not over yet. There is a award ceremony and there is a reception. Because in our culture, we don't say goodbye without breaking breads and toasting together, right? So we're going to have time for that. So just a few more minutes. And before I actually call upon someone to announce the winners. First, I would like to invite people who made the SmartPhilm Fest possible. So please help me in welcoming the founder of SmartPhilm Fest, Thomas Dabas. He will tell us the why and the how of SmartPhilm Fest.
Check. Hello. Good evening, everybody, or good afternoon. Frankly, I was not on the program, so I surprised, as they say. But I'm an honor to be here. My name is Thomas Dabas. Tanastalling. Yaddi Sawal is name. I'm going to start with that. But it's an honor for me to be here. Zali wanted me to speak a little bit. He's been asking me to talk, but I'm quite shy. on a stage. I'm lying. I'm not. I probably might not give the microphone away, but I'm all good. But I just wanted to give context of where SmartPhilm Festival came from. Myself and two others thought through this process about 2016 about this increasing element of the mobile industry or the smartphone democratizing or disrupting in some cases a lot of industries, fintech, hospitality, and all the kind of stuff that you're hearing about. And so we were very intrigued, and we were seeing a lot of these news articles coming out that people are making films on their smartphones. So we launched it in 2017. For 3 years, we ran it in Washington, D.C. We received over 4,000 films from 100 and some countries. And we were just floored by the sheer volume of kind of amazing films that are coming out of the festival. But in 2019, I was actually here. Zeli and I met, and Zeli challenged me to say, this is awesome what you're doing, but why are you doing it in the States? This is actually should be an African native program because we have a wireless continent, so we should be thinking about how we bring this together. So people have already been thanking him, so I want to say thank you for Zeli for showing us the way to come here and do this. And he did not disappoint, obviously, organizing an amazing. So just to recap, for those of you who were not here the whole time, we've had 2 days of screenings of 47 films. We've received over 450 submissions in all categories. Hopefully, you all have enjoyed it. But I also want to make a commentary about why we did the What Up program. And when we looked at the data, and I'm an economist by training, so you always have to make decisions on data. We saw in the last 3 or 4 years that we did the festival, less than 5% of our submissions were from Africa. Okay? African founders creating a festival that only 5% of submissions are from Africa. So we said, just because you're going to put out a festival, that doesn't mean people will know that they actually have the power and the tools to do so. So that's where the What Up program, the Once Upon a Time program came in. And we were able to run this, as Zeli already mentioned, from July 1st to end of August. We were blessed with amazing filmmakers, including Midge, who's here, who's spoken with the cohort. And you'll see, you've seen some of the amazing products that these filmmakers brought in. And my hope and wish, frankly, is next year that they will not be a sideshow for them. They will be part of the mainstream. They will be able to compete with the global submissions that we receive. And the other thing is we had a lot of topics that we discussed. One is obviously the economics element of it, because art for the sake of art is not enough. It has to have an economic value for it. So as much as it enriches our lives by watching these films, it should also enrich in our pockets. So my hope is that this program is a job creation program that they can pave their own path. I mean, we talked about podcasting, the ecosystems, the folks from the cloud computing folks, the monetization element of it, fintech, all these conversations are happening. You've just heard the social impact element of it. So that's essentially what the program is. So, but I want to reflect a little bit my own personal reflection of my experiences in these 2 years, in these 2 days. My favorite genre is sci-fi, okay? Sci-fi, fantasy, what do you call it? And I was so pleased, one of the What Up programs actually did a sci-fi program, a sci-fi type of film. And when I was growing up here in Addis, is there any book library? When I was growing up, I'm going to age myself, my gray hair already gives me away, but there was a show called Space 1999. And it's a sci-fi, right? For those of you, give kudos to Space 99. And I was just captivated by that. And obviously, in the 80s, we all watched Back to the Future and Star Trek and Star Wars. And those sci-fi films essentially gives you a preview to the future, right? And films like that essentially provide, and if you've been watching Star Wars or Star Trek, the 1960s or 70s episodes had like some of the technologies we now take for granted, whether it's the Apple Watch or the Alexa or the Siri thing we talk about, talking to a machine, what is imagined by filmmakers, by storytellers, that the future wouldn't tell that. So storytellers are actually time travelers who are trying to tell us this is where the world is going, and they make it happen. So I want to see the element of that. I want to see more sci-fi coming out of Ethiopian filmmakers, so they can actually create the future that they would like to see in this country and in the continent. And there is a great quote by Plato, or I think it's also credited to a Native American proverb that says, "Those who tell stories rule the world." Right? And it's a very powerful quote, because those of you who could tell what type of story you want to make, you can actually rule your society, rule in a sense of you can pave what society should look like. And so that's storytelling is actually not just a vessel to tell stories, your own stories, you actually can tell the world where it should go. So please take that seriously. The other thing is history does not happen out of, the future does not happen out of thin air. There's a great song by John Legend, and there's a quote in it that said, "The future started yesterday, and we're already late." And in this case, the yesterday, and when I was telling you that the Ethiopian filmmakers hopefully can put Ethiopia on the map, there were actually people before us who actually put, from a film perspective, put Ethiopia on the map. And Matthew already beat me to it, but Gashe Mulatu Astatke is here. And my kudos to him, echoing her sentiment, is Midge did the movie about the importance of sound, which extension to that is the importance of a soundtrack. So if you've seen movies like Broken Flowers, The Baby, which is coming up on HBO Max, the soundtracks of those music had Gashe Mulatu's music. And those movies, and if really we're not worthy of it, and I have friends who come and watch those movies who tell me that they remember the movie because of the music that they heard in that. So, Gashe Mulatu, we're not worthy of you. Thank you, sir. So on that note, what I'm going to do is I want to thank, obviously, all the folks who made this possible. Where's Kylos? Brother Kylos, can you get up, please? Please give a round of applause to Kylos. Man, I have nothing but love for you. He has been an amazing resource for us, and I know the What Up folks can attest to that. Thank you for your university and all of that. The Cinefly folks, I see Simon, I see Mark, I see Kai. Thank you guys for coming all the way from Australia. Seeing is believing, as they say. I know you've seen it, so thank you for doing that. The Hyatt Regency, obviously, for allowing us to be here. Yo-Yo and her team, flawless. You guys are truly flawless. Thank you. And Filmic Pro and Illumitage, who are the technologists that are powering it. So on that note, thank you very much. I hope this is the first of many to come. But again, I want to emphasize my greatest gratitude is to Zeleman, who made me drink the Kool-Aid to come here and do this. Thank you, Zele.
Thank you, Thomas, and thank you very much for creating this fest and this platform so that many can tell their stories. Thank you very much once again. All right, so you've been hearing a lot about Zeleman. You saw Zeleman all over the place, but unless I bring Zelalem here, it's not gonna be fair, right? Okay, so please help me in inviting Zelalem Weldemariam from Zeleman, the founder, and let him tell us about Zeleman and Zeleman's passion for films. Zele.
አመሰግናለሁ። እኔ ያው ብዙ ከካሜራ በስተጀርባ እንጂ ከካሜራ በፊት ብዙ አልችልበትም። የመጣሁት አሁን ለማመስገን ነው። ማይ ፍሬንድ ቶማስ በአመስግኗል፣ በደንብ ተናግሯል ስለ ፕሮግራሙ። ስለዚህ አጠር አድርጌ ምስጋና ማቅረብ ፈልጋለሁ። ምክንያቱም ይሄ ፕሮግራም በብዙ ሰዎች ጥረት የተደረገ ነው። ሁሉም መልካም ፈቃድ ኖሮት ፕሮግራሙን ስንነግራቸው ይሄ ፕሮግራም የተዘጋጀው ለወጣቶች ራሳቸው ወጣቶች በራሳቸው ኮንቴንት ፕሮዲዩስ አድርገው ኮንሱም አድርገው ስራ እንዲፈጥሩ የሀገራቸውን ታሪክ እንዲናገሩ እንደገና ደግሞ እዚህ ማርኬቱ ላይ ራሱ እንደ ታለንት ያላቸው ልጆች ወደ እድል እንዲመጡና ውጤት እንዲያመጡ በሚል ያዘጋጀ ነው ፕሮግራም ነው። ይሄ እንደዚህ አይነት ፕሮግራሞች ከዚህ በፊት አዘጋጅተናል ከፌስቲቫል እንደዚህ ግን እንደዚህ ወጥ ሆኖ ረጅም የስልጠና ፕሮግራም ያለው አሁን ስናደርግ የመጀመሪያችን ነው። ቅድም እንዳለው መጀመሪያ ያው ስማርት ፊልም ፋውንደሮች እና ቶማስ እና መል ራሱን አግኝቼ ይሄንን ነገር ወደ አፍሪካ እናምጣው፣ አፍሪካ ኢትዮጵያ ላይ ተጀምሮ እናስፋው፣ ለብዙ አፍሪካን ወጣቶች በጣም ሊረዳ ይችላል። እንደምታውቁት ሁሉ ነገር አሁን በስልክ እየተደረገ ነው። ክፍያው በስልክ ነው። ከሌላው ዓለም ቀድመን ብዙ ነገር በስልክ እናረጋለንና ስልካችንን መጠቀሚያ እንድናረገው የሀገራችንን መልካም ገጽታ የምንናገርበት እንጂ ወደ ሌላ ምንድነው የማይረቡ ነገሮች የሚሰሩበት ሳይሆን ራሳችንን ውጤት የምናመጣበት እንዲሆን በማለት የጀመርነው ፕሮግራም ነው። ይሄን ፕሮግራም ለማዘጋጀት የመጀመሪያው ትልቁ ነገር ፓርትነሮቹና ስማርትፊልም ነው። ቶማስ እና መል አግኝተን ወደዚህ እንዲመጣ በማድረጋቸው አመሰግናለሁ። ሌላ ያው ቅድም ሁሉም ጋሽ ሙላቱን ሲያነሳ ነበረ። እኔ ብዙ ጊዜ ጓደኞቼ በጋሽ ሙላቱ እድሜ ናቸው። ከዛ ነው ብዙ ነገር መማረው። ቁጭ ብዬ ሁሉ ጊዜ ስለ አንዳንድ ነገር ስወያይ ከነሱ የማገኘው ዊዝደም የማገኘው ጥልቅ ዕውቀት ከምነግራችሁ በላይ ነው። ስለዚህ ሁሉ ጊዜ እነሱ በጠጋባችን ስላሉ እኛም ዘሌማንም እስካሁን ያለበት ደረጃ ለመድረስ ብዙ ወዳጆቻችን ናቸው። እንደዚህ ዕውቀት እየተሳተፈ እናንተም ይሄ ፕላትፎርም የተፈጠረላችሁ ይሄ ነው። ከተለያዩ ፊልም ሜከሮች ቅድም ያው አይታችኋል። በተለይ የተለያዩ ፊልሞች ብዙ ትምህርት እንዳገኛችሁ እንደቀሰማችሁ እርግጠኛ ነኝ። ከሜጅ ራሱ በሳውንድ ስለ ሳውንድ የታየው ፊልም ላይ ከዓለማችን ያሉ የተባሉ ፊልም ሜከሮች በሙሉ ስለ ሳውንድ ሲናገሩ ነበር። ማለት በቃ በስክሪን ሆነ እንጂ እኮ እዚህ ተገኝተው ነበር ማለት ነው። ከነዚህ ሁሉ ሰዎች ነው ዕውቀቱን ያገኘ ነውና ትልቅ እድል ነው። እና ጋሽ ሙላቱን እኔም ሳላነሳ ስለማላልፍ ስለተገኘህ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ። የተወሰኑ ሰዎች ይጠራሉ እዚህ ፊልም ሜከሮች። አሁን ለምሳሌ ፕሮግራሙን አዘጋጀን፣ ትሬኒንግ ሰጠናቸው ለነዚህ ልጆች። በጣም ብዙ ከአሜሪካን ዩኒቨርሲቲም ከተለያየ ቦታ የመጡ ፊልም ሜከሮች ከዓለም ላይ ስልጠና ሰጥተዋቸዋል። ግን ስልጠና ካገኙ በኋላ ደግሞ መሬት ላይ ድጋፍ ያደረጉላቸው ብዙ ፊልም ሰሪዎች አሉ። ስለዚህ አሁን ስጠይቃቸው ፊልም ሰሪዎች እንደዚህ አይነት ፕሮግራም አለን እንዴት ብናረግ ይሻላል ብለው ስለምንም ችግር የለም እኔ ይሄን ያህል አስተማሪ ደግፋለሁ ይሄን ተማሪ አብሬው ሰራለሁ ብለው ጊዜያቸውን ሰውተው የረዱንን በጣም ማመስገን እንፈልጋለሁ። ስማቸውን እጠራለሁ። አንደኛ ሰው መሆን ይሄ ነው። ሶሚክ ብዙ ልጆች ደግፏቸዋል። ከበስተኋላው ነው ይነቃቸው ሹመቴና ያሬድ ሹመቴ ብዙ ረድተውናል። ሄኖክ አየለ አለ እዚህ መሃላችን። እሱም ታዋቂ ፊልም ሰሪ ነው። በፈቃደኝነት ልጆች ስልጠና ሰጥቶልናል። በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። ብርሃኑ ድጋፌ ለዛ ፕሮግራም አዘጋጅ እሱ ሁሉ ጊዜ አብሮን ሆኖ ፕሮግራሙን እያየ ከኋላ ሰፖርት ሲያደርገን ነበረ። ኦፍ ኮርስ ይሄ ሁሉ ፕሮግራም እየተዘጋጀው እንደዚህ የምታዩት ኢቨንትን ያዘጋጀልን ፍሎለስ ኢቨንት ነው። ፍሎለስም እንደዚሁ ለየዋዳን ይሄን ፕሮግራም እያዘጋጀን ነው። ለወጣቶች ነው። እንደዚህ አይነት ጥቅም አለው ብዬ ስነግራት ምንም ችግር የለም እኛ ሰፖርት እናደርጋቸዋለን ብለው እነሱም በነፃ ይሄን ፕሮግራም አስቀምጠዋል። ፍሎለስን የዋዳን እዚህ ፕሮግራም ላይ ደግሞ ይሄንን ስትሯሯጥ ያለችው የፍሎለስ ቲም ክርስቲያን መስፍንም ማመስገን እወዳለሁ። ብዙ ላልጠራ የምችላቸው ይኖራል፣ ይቅርታ። እነ አይኮኒክ ኮሚኒኬሽን፣ ኤጅኬ ሚውዚክ፣ አፍሮ ሜሴጅ ኦፍ ቢንግ እነሱን ሁሉ ላመሰግን ፈልጋለሁ። ሲኒፍ ላይ ቅድም እዚያው ተፈራርመናል። አብረን አፑን አድርገን ለእናንተ በሚጠቅም ነገር ከአውስትራሊያ ፕሮግራሙን አምነው ከነ ፓርትነራቸው ስለመጡ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። From Cinefly, Kai, Mark and Simon, thank you for coming all the way here from Australia. Um, uh, I would like to thank also US Embassy for bringing Mage Costin, the film that you saw about sound. So they brought her here to share her experience and film with you. Thank you so much. Of course, Professor Kailos. I mean, and yeah, he's been here with us giving the ARAP program training. He was emceeing, working with the filmmakers. He came like a week early, and he's been every day working with the filmmakers, refining their film. That's amazing, and thank you so much. And he's doing this just for the love of storytelling. So that's amazing. So I want to mention Professor Larry from the American University also. I mean, he's been supporting us. He's the head of the film department there. Thank you so much, even though he's not here. I would like to thank, our panelists, an amazing panelists who've been sharing their experience during the last 2 days. Thank you, panelists. There's a lot of them, just thank you. Of course, big thank to our judges, Mage Constin, Dr. Abel Tlahun, Homan Khalil, Professor Kyle, Rodney Raskona, and Flip Solomon. Thank you, our judges. Yeah. They watched a lot of movie and put together the winners that you saw earlier. And big thank to Hyatt Regency. So Hyatt Regency also, we asked them, we're putting together this program for the youth. And we want you to partner with us. Then they let us use this for 2 days for free. That's amazing. Thank you, Hyatt Regency. So lastly, I would like to thank SmartPhilm family, Thomas Dibas, Melaku, for starting this. And also, we have members of doing all this. For the cohort members, thank you. እናንተ ባትኖሩ ፕሮግራሙ ፊልም አትሰሩ ነበር ለተማሪዎቹ። ይሄንን በዘሌማን በኩል ይሄን ኮኦርዲኔት ሲያደርጉ የነበሩ ማይክል እና ሄለንን ለማመስገን እወዳለሁ። Of course, ዘሌማን ቲም also የዘሌማን ቲም የኛ ስታፎች ይህን ፕሮግራም በመደገፍ አሁንም ሁለቱን ቀን እየደገፉ ስለነበር በጣም አመሰግናለሁ ሁሉንም ቲም። ሌላው የአውር ኤምሲ መቲ ራሷ ፕሮግራሟ ሲነገራት እንግዲህ በሰዓት ስንት እንደምታገኝ ታውቃላችሁ፣ ግን እኔ መጥቼ በደንብ በነፃ ኤምሲ ያደርጋለሁ ብላ አያችሁ፣ ሁሉ ተሰብስቦ ነው። ሁላችንም አንድ ላይ ስንሆን ምናመጣውን ውጤት እዩ። ስለዚህ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ መቲ። Last but not least, በጣም ትልቁ በዚህ ፕሮግራም ሲደግፈን የነበረው FHI 360 Healthy Behavior የሚባል ፕሮግራም የቅድም እዚህም ፓናል ላይ የዚህ ፕሮግራም ቺፍ ኦፍ ስታፍ አቶ ሄኖክ ገዛኸኝ ነበረ። ይሄ በስማርት ፊልም ቢሄቪራል ቼንጅ ፕሮግራሞችን እንዴት እንሰራለን፣ ወጣቶችን ስልጠና ሰጥተን የሚፈልጉ ቢሄቪየሮች እንዲመጡ። ለምሳሌ መልካም ነገር ቢሆን ይችላል። አሁን አንድ ሰው ከወባ ራሱን እንዲጠብቅ ቢሆን ምሳሌ ነው። ገጠር ውስጥ ያሉ ሰዎች ወጣቶች እዛ ያሉ የተወሰነ ነገር ፊልም አድርገው ለወላጆቻቸው ቢያሳዩ ከሚነግሯቸው የበለጠ ኃይል ያለው ነገር ማድረግ ይችላሉ። አሁን ከኤፍኤችአይ 360 ጋር ሆነን እነዚህ እናንተም ወጣቶች ሌላም ተጨማሪ ኮሚኒቲ አድርገን ብዙ ፕሮግራሞችን ለመስራት እያሰብን ነው። ቢሄቪየራል ቼንጅ ላይ አሁን ለምሳሌ ኮቪድ ሲገባ ማስክ አርጉ ይባል ነበር አይደለ? ሰው ቢሄቪየሩን ቀይሮ ማስክ እንዲያደርግ ቀላል አይደለም። ግን አንድ ሰው ቤተሰቡ ራሱ ወጣቱ ልጁ ቢነግረው ብዙ የቢሄቪየር ለውጥ የባህሪ ለውጥ ለመርዳት ለማምጣት ያግዛል። ስለዚህ ኤፍኤችአይ 316 ሄልዚ ቢሄቪየር ፕሮግራምን በጣም አመስግኑልኝ። እናመሰግናለን። ሁላችሁንም በጣም እናመሰግናለን። ወደሚቀጥለው ፕሮግራም እንሄዳለን። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ። ደህና አምሹ።
Thank you, Zali. በጣም እናመሰግናለን። This is obvious, አይደለ? When you have a great dream, when you have a vision, and when you have good intentions, then you can attract good people that can work with you, that can support you, and that's what happened. So, Zali, you are the magnet for all of us to come and do this, and thank you very much once again. So, you've been watching 47 films through the past 2 days. And these films have been judged, not in a wrong way, but we wanted to give awards for winners because that motivates most of you to do it more and newcomers to create their stories and to make their films. So what was the judging process like? We had 5 judges, so representing this panel of judges, I would like to invite Dr. Abel Tilahun to tell us about the process and also to unveil the winners. And so far you've watched, so there were 4 selected and 3 of them, you watched them, but the winner film is going to be screened tonight. So before that, I would like to invite Dr. Abel and he will tell you which film is the winner. Please come, the stage is yours.
Hear me, guys? All right, that's good. So we follow it with stories, with the films. So we're here for the filmmakers. We're here right now to celebrate storytelling, to celebrate filmmakers. I want to say one thing before I announce the winners. I want to start by saying a quote from a Dr. Ruha Benjamin, one of my favorite quotes. She says, imagination is a battlefield. And that's what we're seeing now. Everything we've talked about today is how imagination could be a battlefield and how we have the tools to fight that fight. So, okay, without no further ado, I am here today to represent all the judges. So like she said, we're not judging the films, we're just selecting the films that we like. Of course, this is a subjective medium. We all have our own opinions. It doesn't mean something is good, something is bad. It just means these are the things that we really connected with. These are the stories that touched us. And we had 5 panel of judges, and I'm going to introduce all of them. Mitch Costin, USC. Round of applause, please. You've seen her film today. You've heard from her on the panel and the little lecture that she gave us. Human Khalili, who was here yesterday. And round of applause, please. This is live on the web right now, so they're streaming this live right now. So our international filmmakers that are going to be nominated and also going to be getting the prize are watching it right now. So what a turnout, by the way. This is an incredible turnout here in Addis. So everybody that's abroad, internationally across the world, we are here to celebrate your films. And so let's kind of give them a big round of applause there. All right. So, Amaringam Gizingam Mikalakal Koralo. So, Kailos Brannan, of course, Professor Kailos Brannan. I mean, he's been invaluable to this program. Rodney Rascona, also, give him a round of applause. And myself. So we're the ones who looked at the films. We had to look at more than 50-some films. It's not an easy process. It's really because we really connected with a lot of the films. And how do you choose between this great film and that great film? And as you know, they've been filmed by this little medium, and it's incredible what they've done. I'm really blown away. I'm also very humbled, and I think all the judges are humble as well. Like we all feel like these are great storytellers. It's an incredible time that we're living in. All right, the envelope for the nominations here for the films. So we're gonna tell you the Smart documentary. The winner is from France, and the number one for Smart documentary award winner film is Mira. I think we have a photo from the filmmakers of Mira from France. The second one is the Smart Horror. This comes from Ireland. Have you seen that? That's really great. It's awesome. It's called 13. 13. All right, round of applause at least. Okay. All right, so the third prize, and this is just an order of things. These are all number one in their categories, right? Like they won the award for the categories that they're in. So this is this is the cause of from the category of the cause. This is like environmental filmmakers or filmmakers that are talking about the environment or the causes that are like concerning us today. The film, the winner is from Kyrgyzstan, Present for Future.
Kyrgyzstan. My name is Shamir Yakov, and I am director of the film Present for Future. We are very honored to receive the Smart Cause Award. It really means a lot of us that our message is reaching wide audience from all over the world. We hope it touched many souls and made many people think about the consequences of our actions today. Thanks again for appreciating our work. Goodbye.
All right. Okay, next we have a category that it's my favorite category, Smart Comedy and Smart Screenplay. And this one goes to a filmmaker from Spain, and the film is Neighbor.
Hola, soy Maite Sandoval de nuevo y os saludaré presentando El Conto Vecino, que ahora de pronto me llega la super noticia, estoy aquí de vacaciones, ¿no? Como espero que estéis vosotros, y de pronto me llega la super noticia de que hemos recibido un premio por el corto. Nada, agradeceroslo un montón, que hace muchísima ilusión que os haya llegado y que lo hayáis disfrutado, porque eso es lo que significa recibir un premio. Y nada, muchísimas gracias.
All right. Next one is, we have one from our continent. It's amazing. All right. So this is from the Smart Emerging Talent pool, and also the Smart Cinematography. Like it's great cinematography. You know what cinematography is? The photography of the moving picture. This goes to Kenya. Awesome. Right. The film is called Forever Home.
Much for this award. It's quite an honor to be selected for the Smart Emerging Talent Award as well as the Smart Cinematography Award. As a self-taught filmmaker, I'm humbled by this recognition and also encouraged that my short documentary film about the people that have decided to live their lives in spite of the challenges of climate change has gotten this far. I am excited that as a young filmmaker based in regional Kenya, a very local story from Turkana resonated with the judges, and it's my hope that these will inspire filmmakers of all ages across the globe to use the tools they have to craft well-told stories. I would like to thank everyone in the film from the small village for giving me a chance to interact with them and of course document this incredible film. And I would also like to thank my crew and team, and most importantly, Thomas Bundi, my creative producer from Film Slate. Thank you once again for this honor.
All right. It's awesome. All right, so next up we have a smart sci-fi. This goes to Mexico. This is an incredible film called Time.
Hello everyone, I'm Elizabeth Magno, and well, I just want to thank to the SmartPhilm Fest for giving to my short film Time and the Smart Sci-Fi Award. It's an honor for me, it's an honor for all the team. Well, I wish I would be there, but from the distance, I send you all my gratitude, and well, have a good evening. Saludos, muchas gracias, y bye.
All right, this is a big one, guys. This is the great thing. So this is one of them is like for Grand Hall of Fame. So the Smart Films Grand Hall of Fame goes to, and this is from the drama pool. So this is also for Smart Drama, and it goes to USA. Resilience.
Hello and greetings from Los Angeles, California. My name is Antonio Chavez and I'm the director of the short film Resilience. Me and my actress and also writer, Melissa Selikovic, want to thank the Smart Film Fest. We are very humble and grateful for these two awards that the film is receiving, both the Smart Drama Award and the Hall of Fame prize. This is a very deep and meaningful film that we crafted, shooting basically just her and I for 11 days non-stop to bring this important message of what mental health is all around the world. And we are thrilled and happy that it has resonated in all the corners around the world. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.
Awesome. That last one was my absolute favorite of all the submissions. So these are only the international films that won the award. We're still going to be doing the Ethiopian ones. But we are doing this Smart Film. I love the logo, by the way. It's an amazing logo for Smart Film. So the reason why they're doing this is because they want to inspire you, the local filmmakers. They want you to see what is happening around the world from, as you've heard, 400 and some submissions. And they want you to learn from that, get inspired, push your craft to the maximum. And so I hope we've done that today, and keep breaking on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abel. I would like to acknowledge the presence of His Excellency Ato Nugusu Tilahun, State Minister of Ministry of Employment, Jobs and Labor Market of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. Please, let's thank him. I know you came here. Yeah, thank you for coming here at the Smart Film Fest. Okay, so now we will, the awards are coming.
Thank you. I'm back. A little confusion there, I'm sorry. I'm here to assist in the giving out of the awards for What Up and all our filmmakers. As we've mentioned before, this was a cohort of all Ethiopian filmmakers that we instructed throughout the summer, and then I came for the past week to give them feedback on their films. And I have a very exciting announcement to make. First, before we give out any awards, is that all of our filmmakers are going to be receiving free access to the Filmic app for shooting, and LumaTouch app for editing. So we really appreciate that from those companies. And with that, I believe we're going to be giving out our awards.
የተከበሩ አቶ ንጉሱ ጥላሁንን ወደዚህ ጋብዙልን ተሸላሚዎቹ እንዲሸልሙ. So His Excellency is going to hand over the awards to the winners.
Hello, nice to meet you. How are you? Okay, I'll announce them and you'll give them out. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so our second runner-up is Behind the Surface from Luna Solomon. Luna will be receiving, this is a beast grip for smartphone filmmaking. It has a lens and a gear on it. Thank you so much. All right. Luna, this is also for you.
Thank you.
So you can. Okay. Our first runner-up is Pillars of Tana by Mensur Jamal. He's not here. He's not here. I've been informed that Mensur Jamal was actually not able to make it. I know that I Zoomed with him this week, so he's actually not in town at the moment. But we will get him his awards and his iPad. So our grand winner for the What Up program is Shepherd Driver by Gentin Fentau. Come on up, Denjin. That one. Denjin gets an award and also an iPad. Denjin, don't go yet. There's more. So.
The pain is mightier than the sword ይባላል. ከሰይፍ የበለጠ እስክሪብቶ ኃያል ነው. I think it's about time we revise that saying, right? Smartphone is mightier than the sword. Right? You've seen it. All these movies that you've been watching for the last 2 days were made by nothing but the smartphone. So that clearly shows you that the power we have in our hands, every single one of us, is limitless. We can use it for good. We can use it to create something. We can use it to spread something good. So use it wisely. Oh, actually use it smartly. These movies were made, or these films were made by OUTUP. OUTUP program is an accelerator program. Many people were registered online for free, and 30 participants took the training, and they were trained by filmmakers from all over the world. And after they finished their trainings, then most of them made their films, and the winners have been selected, and as you see it, they were awarded. And we can expect even better films to be made by smartphones very soon. Before closing this whole program and going for our reception, well, we have a guest of honor, and when we get an opportunity like this, we do not let go of our guest of honors without saying anything. So now, please help me in welcoming His Excellency Ato Nugusu Tilahun, State Minister of the Ministry of Employment, Jobs and Labor Market of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, to give us a closing remark.
Good afternoon. My ministry Ministry of Labor and Skills, and specifically my division in the ministry, jobs and employment, as well as market. I can be now very astonished as our dreams are coming reality. So I would like to thank Zalalam and his colleagues, Zaleman also, since he made me part of this event, and he made me to go back to my childhood age by the film made by Dejan Fanta. Thank you, Dejan. You know, Dejan forced me to remember my countryside childhood experiences where I was shepherd, but now an official, not a driver. So this night is very good opportunity for me. The government of Ethiopia has given due attention to digital economy and art as the time is for technology, and we have identified that there are 5 important sectors in the economy, which are agriculture, industry, mining, tourism, and IT. And in the area of job creation, 11 sectors have been identified as they can create larger number of employment opportunities to our youngsters. Of this, IT is one of them. So we are working much on the digital aspect and IT. So I am very much proud of this program, as you are just leading us, just not led by us, but leading us to the digital economy and IT in the smartphone. So my ministry, and specifically my division in the ministry, usually, always appreciate companies like Zaleman, as they are just as private institutions, private companies, as they are playing their role, as we are just aspiring to bring the private sector to create job opportunities together with our partners and the government. So these films, I think the point that I have to mention is that this program has given Ethiopia and Ethiopians to introduce ourselves to the world, and I believe that Ethiopia, within these 2 last days, during the event time, just has been shining over the world, and I am sure the participants of these events all over the world have changed their face to their home country, which is the cradle of human being. And I am sure you will be our ambassadors to introduce the culture, the potential that we have here in Ethiopia, and the problems that we have, and our trials to bring about solutions to our problems. So I can assure you that our government, specifically our ministry, particularly my division, will support you in every endeavors of yours to bring about job opportunity agendas like what you are doing, and to introduce Ethiopian culture and history in the world arena. Thank you so much and good night.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Well, getting an affirmation from a government that we will get support, well, what are you waiting for? Start filming right now. Do it, and let's get more films done with our smartphones. So with this, we officially close this program, the 2 days SmartPhilm Fest that was brought to you by Zaleman with the support of American University Flawless Events, Lumatouch, Hyatt Regency, Filmic, and Cinefy. And all of you, thank you very much for taking your time to tell us your stories. And with this, we conclude the 2 days film festival, SmartPhilm Fest, the 4th one, and let's wait for the 5th one. But before that, please let's all meet up at Mescal Terrace for a reception, and it's been such a pleasure and an honor. Have a good night.